to all my investors itself, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another edition of the Invest Brand Podshow. This is officially episode number 13. We're going to be talking about today, does purpose matters? Once again, topic is today, does purpose matters? And now for entrepreneurs out there, man, you know, you creating a business and what have you. Does it matter to have purpose and what have you? So that's what we're going to dive in today for the topic. But beforehand, if you listen to this on Spotify, make sure that you hitting the follow button so you can be notified when a new episode drops on Spotify. And also, if you are watching this playback on our YouTube Invest Brand Pod Show channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also hit that notification bell so you can be notified when a new episode drops. And also make your way over to investbrand.com and join the journey, man. Definitely join our journey, man, because the journey was created for y'all to be able to follow Invest Brand, be part of our movement and what have you, be part of our great community, what have you. So that's what's very, very important. Before I dive into the topic today, I'm going to take a quick commercial break and I'll be right back with the segment, Quote Me on That, and where I read you a quote, explain it to you. Then we're going to dive into the topic. But other than that, man, make sure y'all tap back in with me. Yup.
Make your way over to investbrand.com and get your 10% off. I said 10% off. And also, when you sign up, you become a member of our journey, which we call our investors itself. You get exclusive access to our journey. And what you get when you become a member, what's included in that? You get to look at the pod show a day early before anybody. You get weekly motivation, exclusive discounts. You will get demand notification on any new merch that drops on Invest Brand. Anything that's going on, you will get the first notice of it and be able to take advantage of it. And also, when Invest Brand drops the app, you'll definitely be an exclusive member of it. You get special discounts, you get special privileges. So it's very, very important that you become part of the Invest Brand journey. So once again, if you wonder how I can become part of the Invest Brand journey and also get your 10%, make your way over to investbrand.com, sign up and be part of our journey.
Welcome back to the Invest Brand Pod Show for today. Like I said, man, today we're going to be talking about, does purpose matter? Does purpose matter? But before I get into the topic, we're going to jump into the segment, Quote Me on That, is where, once again, where I read you a quote. Then I explain to you what I mean by the quote. Then we're going to dive into the topic. But let me read you the quote for today. Let me get it together for y'all. Today's quote for today is, true love is knowing yourself and loving who you see. Once again, the quote is, true love is knowing yourself and loving who you see. And what I mean by that is, a lot of times, a lot of us, we only validate ourselves, the love that we have for ourselves, through other people. If other people like us, love us, or what have you. Because if you, what people don't understand is, a lot of people don't know what true love really is. A lot of people don't truly know how to love themselves, right? And it is a big problem, because when you seeking validation through somebody else for you to become more likable to yourself, lovable to yourself, if you seeking validation through people where it's going to dictate how you treat yourself and what have you, that's a big problem, right? So you want to first tap into learning how to love yourself, because once you love yourself, then that's all forms of love. Then you can spread love to everybody else. But you want to love yourself first, because you don't want to allow people to take control of that. Because the moment a person stop loving you or don't want to be part of that any longer, guess what's going to happen? You're going to fall out of love with yourself and what have you. So true love begins with yourself, knowing who you are, you know, tapping into other parts of your mind so you can really understand who you are. You know what I'm saying? Loving yourself when you're alone and what have you, understanding, learning who you are and what have you. So that's what's very important, man. Love yourself, because when you truly love yourself and when you look in the mirror, you're going to like that person you see on the other side. Because 9 out of 10 times, a lot of us don't like the person that we see on the other side. So it's very, very important for you to tap into learning how to truly love yourself. But that's the quote for today. Like I said, man, let's dive into the topic for today. We're going to be talking about, does purpose matters? This comes far as entrepreneurs. does purpose matter in the field of entrepreneurship, especially when you building a business, what have you? And I would say purpose really does matter, because purpose is going to give you that guideline. It's going to give you that understanding. It's going to give you that vision of what you are trying to do within your business, especially when you trying to innovate your business, do other things, setting goals for your business. You got to have purpose, because if you are into business and you creating a business, you don't have no purpose behind why you doing it. It's going to be like, where are you going to take this business then? If you don't have a purpose and you just want to put a business together just to call yourself a business owner, or just to to tell people you are an entrepreneur, then your business is not going to flourish. It's not going to go anywhere, because you don't have any type of direction to take your business, right? Because when you have purpose, purpose goes all through the spectrum of what you're trying to do, right? You might have a purpose of setting goals for each and every year for your business to have higher profit margins, quarterly records and what have you, or get this X amount of customers or people to join your community that you have created for your brand and what have you. See, if you don't have any purpose for every last piece of things that you add to your business, just say per se, right? If you have a community that you created for your brand, right? And you like, okay, next year I want to be able to have this X amount of people join my community next year, right? But if you don't have a purpose of why you want this X amount of people to join your community, guess what's going to happen? You ain't going to have no type of direction for them. You're not going to know how to nurture them while they within your community to help them out to build a brand or whatever you are doing at the time and what have you. See, it's all about, it starts with purpose, because purpose give you the idea. Purpose give you the blueprint of, okay, this is why I'm doing this for. So you'll know how to build off of that. See, a lot of times, a lot of us don't have purpose of why we doing something when we are an entrepreneur. And that's why a lot of entrepreneurs become lost. A lot of times entrepreneurs quit. And that can be many reasons, right? When you don't have purpose, because you don't know where to start at. When you don't have any type of sense of directions of why or purpose of why you're doing it, you're not going to know where to begin with. You're not going to know where to start at, right? You're going to be lost. And that's why before you start anything, you want to sit down, write your business plan out, write your goals out, write your what's the story behind this business, what's the goal, what's the end goal, what's your intentions of doing this business and what have you, right? So that's all is going to shape you into your purpose of why you're doing something. It's going to give you a guideline throughout your tenure of being throughout your tenure of being an entrepreneur or what have you. So it's very important, man, for you to set some type of purpose within your business, because when you are setting goals daily for your business or setting quarterly goals, you want to make sure that you have some type of sense of what is the reason behind it, because now you can build from that. You like, okay, this is the X amount of profit I want to seek throughout this quarter or throughout this year, right? So you'll know, okay, next year come around, I want to build off of this, and this is the X amount of profit that I want to see. That's different from last year, right? Now you have a purpose. Okay, why do I want this much more of a profit? Because now after next year, if I be able to reach this X amount of profit, I'll be able to innovate my business the following year. See, now you have a purpose of why you're doing it. Like, okay, this is why I want the X amount of profit margin, right? So I could be able to innovate my business for next year. This is what I want to implement within my business. I want to take it to the next level. See, you have a purpose of why you're doing it, right? It's not like now I want this X amount of number for my profit margin next year, but I don't know what I want to do with it. I just want it. That's the reason why I just made up a number, and this is what I want to hit, right? But you don't have no type of purpose behind it, why you want to do it. So you want to have an X amount. If you say, for instance, you do hit that purpose, mean you hit that goal, what have you. So you have all this profit sitting here, but you don't know what you want to use it for. You don't know if you want to reinvest it and growing your money even more, or you want to reinvest it back in your business so you can innovate your business, take your business to the next level. You don't know what you want to do or use it for other things, right? So you always want to have purpose as an entrepreneur. See, having purpose on an entrepreneur is going to help, give you a guideline, give you a blueprint of or understanding of, okay, it might be a purpose behind you want to innovate your business, hire more people, get more equipment and what have you. It's purpose. Like I said, purpose will give you the understanding that you need, right? Without having purpose, you're going to be lost. You're not going to have, you're not going to know what to do. You're not going to know where to begin at. See, when I became into the entrepreneur, right, I made sure that I had a purpose behind why I want to do Invest Brand. What is Invest Brand for, right? So when I was coming up with the concept of Invest Brand, I was like, okay, the purpose behind creating this brand was to help entrepreneurs out. People that's investing in themselves, people in the field of entrepreneurship, right? We want to be able to take them and help them and continuously invest in motivating them, right? And motivating people that's out here pursuing goals in life. People out here in the field of entrepreneurship, we want to help invest in motivating them, keep them going, because we understand the trials and tribulation of being an entrepreneur, right? We know the hardship within entrepreneurship. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing because you're creating something for yourself, you creating your own wealth for your family, and you creating jobs for other people. But we know on a day-to-day basis how hard that can be, right? So we was dedicated. We made this business to be dedicated to motivate entrepreneurs because I'm an entrepreneur myself. So this is be a segue to help me stay motivated and others to empower them to be motivated and what have you, to be able to continue to tap into their greatness or what have you. That was the purpose behind Invest Brand. So once I figured out the purpose behind it, so I took it and I built from there, right? I'm like, okay, for me to be able to get my message out, to help entrepreneurs build a community, it's going to be something that I want to do so they can be able to join, so they can start on the ground level with me. And all of us can build ourselves up, right? Through helping each other, through the community, what have you. So my thing was let me create a Podshow, right? So people can tap in, get information. We all can build together. We all can grow together and what have you, right? Now I have the brand. I have the clothing side where you got motivational streetwear with inspirational messages that you can wear every day so you can stay motivated. So if you forget the point of why you're doing this, you can always look down at your motivational gear that you have on to give you that understanding of this is why I'm in entrepreneurship. I'm an entrepreneur for. This is what I'm doing this for. So that's what's the concept and the purpose behind Invest Brand. So like I tell entrepreneurs, right, make sure you create your purpose. Understand why you are doing this for, because it's very, very, very important for you to stay focused. Because a lot of times when people do get in entrepreneurship, it's easy for you to lose focus, because when you don't have any type of goals set, or the number one thing I say too is if you don't have the patience on the process of coming into its own or what have you, it's easy for you to get sidetracked. It's easy for you to lose focus, right? But if you have the purpose and your patience together, you will never, you don't have anything to worry about at all, right? So that's why it's very important for you to make sure you have purpose behind everything that you do within your business, right? Every step of the way, every little sector that you have within your business, you want to make sure that you create some type of purpose behind it. So you will have a blueprint going forward, right? You'll know why you're doing it for. And that's another thing as entrepreneurs. You want to make sure you be ready and you know it, because a lot of times with people, when they want to come get an understanding of your brand or what you're doing, or they want to become familiar with your brand, or just want to, in general, want to know what it is and what have you, right? You're going to get questions, right? Well, what is your brand? What does this stand for? What's the purpose behind it? Because people want to feel like, okay, what is the purpose of us investing in your brand? What is the purpose of us buying with you? What is the purpose? What purpose do your brand serve for us that's going to help us, right? And you're going to get questions. So you want to be able to have the questions already pre-planned in your head, because you want to be able to, when you get out here, you want to be able to explain people what's the purpose behind what you're doing, what I'm saying, as an entrepreneur, because people will know if you really don't understand. Because trust me, it's a lot of entrepreneurs that you can ask a question to right now. That same question, what's your purpose? A lot of them don't know their purpose at all, right? You can tell because, a lot of them kind of get nervous. Some of them kind of, forcing things to force themselves to come up with things to say. You can tell, when people are rambling, or people or start stuttering, don't know what to say and what have you. See, you will be amazed of how many people right now, I guarantee you right now, if you ask 5 entrepreneurs right now, what are their purpose? I guarantee you right now, you ask 5 what is your purpose of being an entrepreneur? What is your purpose behind your business? A lot of them really cannot answer that, because a lot of them haven't really sat down and properly put their purpose to set down and properly understood the purpose behind their business. Because guess what? A lot of them don't even know the story behind their business. They just wanted to put something out there because they might see somebody else doing the same thing or something similar and was making money off of it. So they figure, oh, let me start doing this. And I don't know why. I just seen somebody else making money off of it. So this is why I'm doing it. And that's not a true intentions of a purpose at all, right? You want to have purpose behind you. You just doing this because you see somebody else doing it. A lot of times people is not going to roll with that, right? So you want to have a concrete purpose of why you're doing something, because you don't want to do something that this is not really what you want to do. You're just doing it because you've seen other people doing it, right? So you want to have some type of understanding as an entrepreneur. You want to have some type of guidance, some type of purpose, and you want to have true intentions. And that's another thing I want to talk about, is having true intentions of why you're doing it, right? Because you don't want to do something that you really don't have pure intentions about, because it's not going to last that long, right? That's why it's so important for you to make sure your intentions behind your business is something that's pure. Because when you have true intentions, you're going to stay passionate about what you're doing as an entrepreneur. When you have true intentions behind something, you're going to make sure people are feeling the best about investing in your business by buying something from you and what have you. When you have true intentions, you're going to make sure your customers are well off. You're going to make sure your customers, while they are with you, you're going to make sure they are very, very comfortable. You're going to make sure they feel good. That you're going to make sure you keep that communication level right there where they understand the growth of your business, what have you. See, when your purpose is there, you understand your purpose, and your intentions are pure, you're in a win-win situation, right? People going to gravitate towards your brand because you believe in what you're saying. You have a purpose. You know where you want to go. You know where you want to take your business at. You know where your target market it is. You know where your customer base is. So you're going to know where all the right places is and who are you focused on, your targeted group you focus on, right? Because like I said, if you don't have a purpose and your intentions ain't there and what have you, you're going to be all over the place. You're not going to know what your target market it is. You're not going to know who you're trying to target. You're not going to know what places to go and what have you. You're just going to be all over the place. And people can tell that you're not, your business is not all there or all the way put together and what have you. Because if you are in one field of entrepreneurship, right? Say for instance, you in the field of, say, real estate and what have you, but you all the way over here in the clothing sector trying to get people that are shoppers, don't really care about real estate and what have you, or buying a house or anything of that such, right? But you trying to market to everybody, people that's in the brand sector of retail, side of the entrepreneurship and what have you. So you trying to market to groups that's really not relevant to what you're doing, right? Or really not in the lane of what you're doing, right? You trying to market to everybody. See, that's when you don't have a purpose behind what you're doing, or you don't have any type of intentions, true intentions of what you're doing, or who you trying to market to and what have you. You just out here just throwing stuff at the wall, hopefully that it stick. And you can't do that, right? You want to have a purpose. You want to understand who and what you are trying to target your brand towards, what group of people and what have you. So it's very, very important, man, that you stay. It's very important that you have a purpose. It's very important that you do that. Like I said before, that's one of the one things you want to do. When to all my entrepreneurs that's getting in the field of entrepreneurship, who's creating a business for themselves, number one thing, right? Know your purpose. Definitely know your purpose. Know your purpose of why you want to do this business, why you are creating this brand. Understand your purpose. And number two, have true intentions behind your brand or whatever you're doing. Have true intentions behind it, because it's very, very important. People will know and what have you if your intentions ain't pure at all, right? And number three, have patience. Definitely have patience. Have patience and trust in the process. Continue to be consistent, right? Be consistent. Like I said, number one, you want to have a purpose. Know your purpose. And number two, have true intentions. Have true intentions. And number three, make sure you stay patient and trust in the process, because it's very important, right? The thing about it is, this is not going to be something that's going to be a short-term thing. So you definitely got to be in it for the long term. And that's why you got to make sure everything that you put in place for your business, so everything you put in place to help your business grow, make sure you have a purpose behind of why you doing this for, because it's very, very important, very important. And before I get out of here, Invest brand, for all my Invest brand subscribers, people that subscribe to the journey, that join the journey, be on the lookout, guys. Definitely be on the lookout, because we got some new things coming to the Invest brand. We got some new product coming. We got some new drops coming. We got 2 new hats that's coming. We got a new hoodie, and we definitely got a new shirt that's coming. So we got more things in store, man, lining it up. New drops for the new year and what have you, because, man, Invest brand is all about, man, continue to motivate people, continue to stay in this for the long term. This is more than a brand, man. This is an investment. So we are investing and motivating everybody that's in the field of entrepreneurship, that's looking for help and what have you, look for help to stay motivated and what have you. This is what it's here for. So for all my subscribers, like I said, that's why it's important for you to join the journey. Join our journey at investbrand.com, man. Be part of the journey. And also to all my Invest brand subscribers, we have some investors of self shirts, that's in the makings right now. So once the design and what have you is done for them, we have 2 sets of investors of self shirt. One that we're going to sell on the site for anybody to grab, and we got another one, investor of self shirts, that's going to be designed, that's going to go straight to our subscribers. Whoever